Hi guys, that's Song Review Guy here, and yes, I am aware I am wearing sunglasses indoors at night. Deal with it. Um, I'm making this quick little video on my webcam here, so forgive me for the shoddy quality. I'm making this video as kind of a sort of a response to somebody who I've kind of been having a back and forth with over the last couple of days, and a couple. On the 27th, I released a video, my top 75 albums of 2015, and I was surprised when I got a comment on my video. I get comments occasionally, but my channel is incredibly small time, and so uh, I was kind of surprised, and not as much as I was when I actually read the content that was written inside the comment. I'm just gonna bring it up right now. I should have kept it up actually. I've been going back and forth between these pages. In case you want to go and read the comments yourself, I'll leave the link to the video in the description box somewhere. It's from a user. Oh, hang on. It's from a user called Goddess of Change, which very uppity name to get your channel, but there you go. Their comment was the following. I hate you, Kendrick Lamar. I hate you. All in serious, all in a uppercase. Seriously though, spelt THO because fuck the English language. Why are the mainstream? Where are the mainstream albums? The chart-topping pop records, the big names. Yes, why bother mention the good albums by Janet Jackson, CeeLo Green, John Newman, Cat Graham, Lana Del Rey, Ellie Goulding, The Weeknd, Jeremiah, August Alsina, whoever that is, the Pentatonics, Avicii, and much more, when we can just keep glorifying the underground producers, the unknown names, the people no one gives a click about, which I don't think anybody says, because we mainstream pop fans are stupid and should know better. Blah, mainstream music, da cooties. And they actually write da cooties. Again, who writes that stuff? This person is going under the assumption that I've not listened to any of these albums released by these artists this year, which I don't know. Did all these people release an album? I know a fair chunk did. I mean, I've never heard of this August Alsina. Did Jeremiah? I think Jeremiah released an album last year, didn't he? Um, so again, like I said, this person is assuming that I've not listened to any of these albums released by these people, which I have. Some of them I haven't, just because they're not on my list. Like I said in the little annotation that I put to the video, it doesn't necessarily mean that I didn't listen to these people. Maybe I did and just didn't like them as much. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, the comment continues, and please don't get me started on Kendrick, Ramsey, Bolton, Lamar. I didn't get what that meant, but they continue. Oh, I gave him the name of the sadist from Game of Thrones. Well, that's why you like him. You both enjoy skinning people, and don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. This is referencing something that I said in my song review of Want to Want Me by um, Jason Derulo, which I made quite an extreme comment about the part in the song where Jason Derulo takes a taxi ride to go and screw some woman, in which I said something to the effect of, it would have been good to see this song take sort of a dark twist where the cab driver takes Derulo off to a remote part of wherever and do basically mutilate him, skin him, and wear his skin as a raincoat. Yes, whilst that is a very strong thing to say, I think it's quite clear that that was said with great amount of hyperbole. I mean hyperbole, sorry, I misspoke then, apologise, it's late. But apparently this person didn't get the trick. Anyways, why does he always get the praise? Why do people fall for his tricks? He's part of the Illuminati. Ugh. That album is insufferable. Okay, Kendrick Lamar is no genius of poetry. He's just a very smart man. So, well, yeah, he's no genius. He's just a very smart man. Okay, who knows? Many people have issues with modern rappers and modern rap, so he went full old school to please them and get the easy praise. He better go get some lessons at Will I Am 101 on how to make an album people can actually enjoy. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Is that about Will I Am or Kendrick Lamar? Doesn't make it clear. Yeah, because you know we're missing out on Will I Am's genius tracks like last year's "It's My Birthday," where uh, he great lyrics such like "I'm gonna go dum da dum dum dum" or whatever the fucking hell that talentless twat writes. But anyway, this person makes their feelings known, so I decided to respond to them because I thought, well, it's too juicy of an opportunity to pass up. Anyway, this was my response. This was said with the first sentence is the first couple of lines are said with a great amount of joking. It goes like this. You know you're right. How dare I have variety and a mixture of different genres on my list? What a Hitler I am. I don't know how I managed to sleep at night knowing that a little channel like this isn't giving mainstream artists the push they also desperately require. How dare I highlight albums that may not have had as much exposure as others and encourage some people to give them a chance? It's called broadening your mind. Try it sometime. You might discover that you enjoy it. I think that's a fair sort of response. Again, I'm noticing that not all. I'm noticing that a good album for me, a good albums of the year list has variety. It has a mix of different genres by different people across different spectrums of the board. I don't think that's anything wrong with that. If you're going to criticise me for not solely focusing on artists that are played on radio, then you have to tar pretty much every other critic with the same brush, which to my knowledge you don't, so I don't know why you're focusing solely on me. Oh, and Mark Ronson, Churches, Jamie XX, Adele, Brandon Flowers, Shepherd, Marina and the Diamonds, Years and Years, Leanne LaHava's Fall Out Boy. If they're not big names or chart topping, then your definition of what a big name or what chart topping is very outdated. Never seen Game of Thrones, so that reference is completely lost on me. That is true. I have never seen an episode of Game of Thrones, and I probably never will. Um, as for the skinning part, well, we all have our hobbies, again, said as a joke. Cooties, what are you for? And actually, who says that word anymore? I think that word was outdated in the 80s or something. Um, you like Will I Am? Good for you. You hate Kendrick? Fine. Don't keep going around with the mentality that everyone has to like what you like. That's not going to get you anywhere. As I said in the video, leave your top 5/top 10 or however many favourite albums of the year in the comment section and be done with it. I also encourage you to keep commenting. I find your little rants to be adorable and great and of great amusement to me. Have a nice day. Again, that last bit said as a bit of a joke, sort of throwing the bait so that they snap on and I can pull them in. So I think that was a finely worded response there, nothing offensive. I didn't go personal, I was out of order. And I got a response which goes like this. I don't think this is broadening your mind. Okay. I think it all comes from the idea that mainstream music is all bad and underground music is much better because it's underground. I see some kind of hierarchy. If it sells, it's worse than if it doesn't sell. No, that's not the case whatsoever. Sometimes very good mainstream people who are played on the radio actually make really good music and they release pretty solid albums. See Mark Ronson, for example. Yes, his album was only number 73 on my top 75 list, but still, it made the fucking list. And what about Shepherd? You know, again, they've only released one song that has made the top 4 in the UK by my knowledge, and it was a pretty fucking good song. Bombed Geronimo. I think that song is fucking brilliant. What else? What else? What else can I think of? Again, Churches. Okay, I don't think any of their songs. I think actually, I think Never Ending Circles make the top 40. I can't remember, but again, they're an act that have had some impact on the charts. that they sell well. Yeah, I think they made the top 5 in the album charts. See, good music can sell. Because pop fans like me are stupid and just go with the flow. Well, that's not a good thing to tell yourself and other people who like pop as stupid, but you bury yourself. Seeing our favourite singers get constantly bashed and thrown in worst of the year lists every time one comes out surely isn't enough. We can't even expect the few that actually get away from these lists to be praised. Hmm. But it's on them. Surely the onus is on them is to make good content. And if they make content and some people doesn't like them, some people don't like them, then they have the right to voice their opinion and say, "Oh, I don't like this song." If you like this song, you have the right to say, "Oh, I do like this song." You know, and then if we don't like them, we say why. If you do, again, you say why, and we have a back and forth, and we sort of get to a middle ground. A middle ground is usually okay. We'll agree to disagree, but clearly not in this case. Not being attacked is just enough kindness. And yes, I do have the same attitude on every critic because every critic I know is a purist. So there you go, music critics. Hey, even critics in general, you are all purists. Doesn't that make you feel warm inside? Uh, the day I see a mainstream album with radio hits in it that's not To Pimp a Butterfly as the best of the year will be a beautiful day. Well, we'll wait and see. I'm not holding my breath on that one. Uh, it could happen. Not saying it would never happen. As I say, it could happen. Then I wake up with people constantly telling me, why don't you try this underground record or that underground record? They are great, surely better than the mainstream radio shit you like, and when you're done with them, you'll see how shitty they have always been. As I later go on and highlight, no one has ever said that, but carry on. It's not that everyone has to like what I like. Well, what he's about to say next is actually no, what did I say? Oh, I made reference to this in a reply I made, but anyway. Um, but as long as people will hold pop music to a lower standard than the rest with an attitude that pretty much says, oh, don't complain if your favourite artists keep popping up on worst of the year lists, they make the big money, that should be enough. No one has ever said that, ever. I'll keep this attitude and I'll try the underground stuff when people will not see it as an upgrade. Well, guess what? You don't have the right to tell people what they can and can't feel. You have to accept it and fucking move on. Or if you don't, just get on with your life. Um, but I replied to this, and again, I think this is a well constructed response. I don't know where you get the idea that there are people on this planet who think that all mainstream music is bad, or if it sells, is worse than if it doesn't sell. To say or think that is preposterous, and before you use me as an example, if you can point to one area where I've ever said this, I'll be amazed. They don't. Also, you don't exactly do yourself any favours calling yourself stupid. Again, I'm sort of just throwing in the bait to snap onto that because I like to do that. I like to wind people up, and I also like to be extreme. That's just me. Deal with it. To tar yourself and other pop fans as stupid, you'll find a lot of people who will take grievance with that statement. Anyways, there are plenty of pop albums on my list. Just do some looking into them and don't use the argument that synth slash baroque slash electro slash indie pop doesn't count. Anyone can split hairs, and to do so is really grasping. Unfortunately, young'un, you're going to realise that your attitude won't cut it. To say it's not that everyone has to like what I like, but then in the same comment insinuate that you don't want to see your favourite artists attacked, there's a simple solution to that. Either, excuse me, suck it up and move on and realise that it's not going to ruin your day or life, or go away and stop searching for content where opinions shared conflict with your own opinions. I've said that pretty poorly, but you get the idea. If you discover that it does conflict with your opinion and you can't handle it, just stop watching the content. It's not that difficult. Still makes me laugh to even this day how some people don't seem to grasp that. Every critic I know is a purist? Really? How many do you actually know on a personal basis? To say this is ridiculous. You are not a critic. Are you not a critic for critiquing my work? Are you not a purist? By your standards, you are. Again, remember this person said that every critic he knows is a purist. well, not. He didn't exactly. He didn't say that exactly, but it's sort of the same thing. Besides, you don't know me at all, so don't you assume you know anything about me. Don't lie to me, and don't expect me for 1 second to coincide with your opinions just because it suits your agenda. I don't expect the same in return, and to assume so is both ludicrous and laughable. And if a critic highlights a song you like and critiques it, if it should have subpar lyrics, bad production, or irredeemable qualities. Like I said before, stop crying about it and provide a counter argument, because it's very easy to sit behind a keyboard and moan because you don't like what you hear lumber onto the content creator's meaningless. Sorry, hang on a second. I'm gonna say that again because I think I worded it poorly. Stop crying about it and provide a counter argument, because it's very easy to sit behind a keyboard and moan because you don't like what you hear. Yeah, I made a mistake here. Uh, because you don't know what you hear, you lumber onto the content creator meaningless rhetoric that no one could conceive. Yeah, that's that. I fucked up. I worded that poorly. Basically, the gist of it is, if you're moaning and whining and bitching about it, don't lumber it onto the content creator, because it's just meaningless rhetoric that no one could care about. That's what I meant to say. Don't moan, whine, and bitch about it here. You can if you'd like. It'll give me some enjoyment. And this was the most recent reply. I actually am a critic. I'm a blogger. Go on their YouTube page. They don't actually provide any link to like a WordPress page. I don't even think that this person has any videos reviewing any songs. If they do, then I apologise for that. But I'm not taking the time up to watch this person's videos. They've watched my videos. They've given me the views. So thank you. But apparently, given my tastes, I shouldn't be. Again, go back on my comments. I never said that, nor did I ever insinuate that. Like, look at my favourite singers. They actually never list their. They only list one person that they like, just one. Actually, do I guess you could say that the people that this person lists in the first comment are singers that they like, but they never mention it. So I'm going to assume that they're just sort of up in the open air. Who gave these guys a career? Uh, Record labels gave them a career, and people who buy them are still giving them careers. Anyway, that's why it bothers me. What critic likes mainstream music? Lots of people like mainstream music. In fact, there are plenty of lists, top 10 best songs of the year, that actually support a lot of mainstream music, but apparently you seem to be oblivious to it. I've actually put lists on this channel where I talk about pop songs of the year that I like. Hell, I've got a segment on this channel called Charts of the Past, where I go back to the 10 songs that were most popular on a particular week on a certain year. I talk about them. Again, some of them I don't particularly care for, others I don't like, but I've talked about plenty that I really do like. Maybe you should go and watch them. Again, broaden your mind. Um, I don't know you, right? I'm glad we can agree on that. All I know is that you would have enjoyed to see a defenseless young man be mutilated and skinned alive, but I guess that ain't enough. Okay, ain't a word. And I never ever said that I would enjoy seeing. Okay, because this person likes to pick hairs, I can do it too. I never said I would like to enjoy seeing a defenseless young man. Which, how old is Drew? Like 20? Okay, yeah, he's quite young actually. Um, Being mutilated and skin lined. I never said I would like to see him. I said I thought it would be interesting if a song went down a particularly dark route. Again, I didn't say those words exactly, but that's the gist of what I said, okay? Again, splitting hairs, we can all do it. I could actually provide a counter argument, but why bother? Yes, I could take what you say, and I could, provide something that I would go against what you said, but I don't want to. Oh, me, no man doesn't like where I am. Grow up. The fact itself that I have to defend my tastes is against me. That's that's probably as badly worded as the previous sentence on my last comment. The fact itself that I have to defend myself, my tastes, is against me. So you're not going to defend what you mean. You can't really like it that much if you're not willing to support it. And again, why should I check those albums out? To expand your tastes because you maybe just maybe a slight chance that you could actually end up discovering an artist that you actually like, and you could end up exploring more of their discography. I don't know, maybe go out and buy their albums if you like them that much. Is that really beyond you? Do you really want to stay within the confines of only what you hear on primetime radio? Really? Is that all you want to do? Oh, well, not really much hope for you, is there? You are somebody who cannot be convinced. You're someone who you can't, just think about something for a second. They are better than yours is not a valid reason. Okay, one, they, what are they? Two, yours, who's yours? And three, they've put this in quotation marks, which is going back. If you go back to my comments, I put stuff in quotation marks that they quotation marks that they have said in a previous comment as a point of reference. Nowhere in my comments have I ever used "they are better than yours." I think they're trying to say that this is an argument that this person has had used against them, but that would be implying that this person has actually had a conversation with other people. Um, so yeah, apart from the whole comment in which I say that the whole skin and alive thing in the Jason Derulo review, I admit that that was an extreme thing to say, but I've said extreme things in the past. But it's this one thing that this person seems to have taken exception with for some reason. And like I said, if you can't hack it, well, tough shit. I'm not going to change just because you don't like it. Um, but again, what also makes me laugh is this whole thing. I hate you, Kendrick Lamar. You know, I'm just going to be real here for a second. This whole idea of hating someone. I mean, I get. You can use this as an example if you want. Hating a certain uh, genre of music because it's just something that you just personally don't enjoy. Like I've said in the past, I am not a fan of metal. I've never have been. I probably never will be. Excuse me. But that's just because it's not a genre that appeals to me. I, I don't. A lot of it for me is kind of. It sounds cluttered. It sounds kind of unfocused. It's I can't um, sort of dissect a lot of the lyrics. I don't. A lot of it is very unintelligible for me, but I accept that. I mean, I'll try a metal album. There's definitely no guarantee that I'm going to like it, but I'll try it. More times than not, I'm just not going to like it because, like I said, it's not my sort of music. I've grown to accept that, and you know that's cool. But to say that you hate someone, you hate a person, that's fucked up, man. Yeah. Again, I can only understand it if you hate somebody because they've affected you and your life personally, and they've done something to you that's really made you that's that's hurt you or has potentially ruined your life. But I doubt very, very highly that you've ever met Kendrick Lamar. So I don't. I mean, as far as I know, I mean in interviews he comes across as a genuinely decent person. Maybe uh, maybe behind closed doors he's an arsehole. Maybe, I don't know. Again, I've never met the guy. I can only go from what I see of him in interviews, and I can only go on the music he creates and the content that he provides, and I like it. Again, I've never I've you hate Kendrick Lamar? Really? I don't know. I just to focus that heavily on some. I don't know. I don't know. I just think you need a little love in your life, mate. And maybe I I doubt you're really gonna get it here. I mean, I've got nothing against you. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of uh, I'm just kind of rambling here for a second. I don't really have much to say now. I guess that if I am going to end this video off, uh, I guess there's only one way to do it. I'ma spend $1. We go put it down like we don't care. I'ma throw my hands up in the era. I'ma call you mama. Mommy call me papa. We gon' get down like you know what's up. The world don't matter. Your problem don't matter. Cause we gon' get dumb Oh well, you will never you'll never cease to disappoint me in how shit you are.